Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel, Pavni's Creative Edge. Following are the creative things which you can see on my channel: DIY, cooking, drawing, traveling, Rangoli, tailoring, greeting making, shopping, mehndi designing, and many more. So let's get started. Firstly, sorry for the late post, as many of my viewers texted me saying that they are waiting for my next video. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I celebrated my Diwali, both at my in-laws place and mom's place. So let's get started with Rangoli. I have used CDs to make the circles because I'm gonna use the same CDs to decorate them later. You can use a thread and a chalk as a compass to draw these circles. These are the CDs which I have showed you in my previous video. In the first round I have used rose petals, in the second round I am using yellow flower petals. This is how it looks after completing both the rounds. In the third round I am using orange flower petals. Try to fill the petals without any gaps in it. This is how it looks after completing the third round. And for the fourth round I am using white petals. Try to use contrast colors for each layers, which helps to give you a beautiful output. And here I am using pink Rangoli to do the outlines. This is how finished it looks after the outline. And also I have added some finishing strokes and fill them also with petals with your color choice. Now I'm gonna show you the complete video of how I decorated my house for Diwali. I have decorated the entrance wall with some lightings. These kind of hangings are available in the market. You can see the golden bells on either side of the door, which I have shown you in the previous video. See how colorful and vibrant our Rangoli looks after lighting the candles. And these are the beautiful candle stands which I have made in my previous video. If you have missed my previous video, don't worry, I will leave you the link below. Now let's get into the house. If you watch my channel regularly, you will get to know what are these vases are made up of. Now I'm gonna show you my balcony. I have decorated it with some plants, lights and my special DIYs. I have purchased these flower pots and lanterns from IKEA. These are the bottles which have decorated with fairy lights and placed the Buddha's idol in between. And this is how I decorated my house for Diwali. And now coming to my mom's place, this is called as Bommala koluvu, a way of worshipping goddesses Lakshmi on the eve of Diwali. To start off with, I am taking two different contrast color cloths for the background. You have to stitch the background cloth in this way. After attaching the centers, see to it that you leave 2 to 3 inches of gap in between and stitch the corners. This gap should allow the rod to get through it. Now keep the whole background cloth into these rods. And this is how it looks after keeping the cloths onto the rods. I have taken the same green cloth and placed it on the middle table, where we're gonna place the Lakshmi's idol. Now for the decoration part on the background, I'm gonna use these color papers, cut them into flower petals. This is how they look after cutting them. Now I'm gonna cut the second petals. See to it that these yellow petals are little smaller than the orange ones. This is how they look after the cutting is done. These yellow petals will go on orange and the smaller yellow petals will go on smaller orange petals. I'm using Fevicol to stick these petals one on the other. Give a gentle press so that it will stick properly. Now take a bigger petal and make a center point at the back, from where you can start sticking the rest of the petals. Center part of the flower, I'm gonna use this green color paper which I have cut into round, and on top of that I'm gonna place a yellow circle. This is how our flowers looks once the cutting and pasting is done. Here I have made 4 bigger flowers and 4 smaller flowers. And for the hangings to look long, using the orange and yellow sheets, which I'm gonna cut into diamond shape. I will show you how I'm going to place them. The yellow diamond goes on orange and green on yellow. This is how they look after the pasting is done. Here I am using anchor threads to bring them all on a single line. These are the silver balls. You can get this kind of stuff with the florist, as they're gonna decorate the flowers with these hangings. And I'm gonna use these round chemkis to stick them in the middle of the hangings. Now take this anchor thread and keep a knot on one side of it, and take the needle through the ball. And this turns to be the base of the hanging. Now stick the cutouts which I have made previously. It's better to stick a paper from backside so that it will be stable. Leave it for 5 to 10 minutes so that the glue dries up. This is how our hangings look after finishing the pastings. Then I have sticked these paper cuttings onto the background with the help of a tape. Isn't it looking beautiful? And for the empty space in the middle, I'm gonna do a Ganesh paper cutout. And here we go for that. Take an orange handmade paper and draw a desired image. And I have planned to do a Ganesh cutout. I'm using a scissors to cut this picture. And this is how it looks after the cutout. And coming to the tika for the Ganesh, I'm using acrylic cone liner. Here I am using pink cone liner to fill the circle. This is how our Ganesh looks once the outlining is done. Now I am going to place this Ganesh in the center of the background. Now let me show the final output along with the decoration. Rest of the decoration along with decorating the dolls is done by my sister and my mother. This portion is for zoo. You can see the lions in the den, elephants, zebras, hippopotamus in the water, and there's a small restaurant over there which is called as Aryan's restaurant. It's my nephew's name. On the other hand, you can find a village. You can see the farmers going for farming, and there are some huts at the back, and there is a well on the left side. And in the front you can see a market where you can find the vegetable sellers, fruit sellers, and a carpenter who's doing his work. and on the other hand you can find the tribal people performing their dance. And there are two snake chambers at the back. And there are some dolls which I have been seeing since my childhood, which I can relate with my childhood, so nostalgic. And every year we'll add at least two new dolls to the set. The first two rows are filled only with god and goddesses. Hope you all like my decoration at both the places. Thanks for watching my video and please do subscribe my channel for more videos.